So if you want to use Google Arts and Culture, but you don't know exactly what you're looking for, that's okay. There are lots of ways to browse. There are many collections to find exactly what you need. So if we use the left-hand menu, which we will find these three lines at the left-hand side, we'll get this side panel. And you'll recognize Home, Explore, Nearby, etc. from the top right. But I want to start here with collections. Collections are museum collections from around the world. You can easily see here, you'll see the MoMA in New York, you can see the Van Gogh Museum in the Netherlands, the Art Institute of Chicago, the Eiffel Tower. These are famous American and famous world museums where you'll find all types of very famous paintings, sculptures, and other things that you can easily incorporate into your coursework. Now, I am on the first tab, which is all, and if I scroll down, you're going to find lots and lots of museums from around the world, mostly the most famous. But I can use other tools to find different museums. I can use the A to Z tool, where they're put in alphabetical order. From here, I can select the letter that I want to browse through. But just looking at what came up here, we're not only looking at museums, but we're also looking at other collections of arts, like the Abbey Theatre in Dublin, Ireland, and the resources that they have there. Now, if I'm interested in finding museums or collections in specific places in the world, I can use Map, and it's going to filter a map and put those museums where they go in the world. So if we are studying in world geography a specific place, location, let's say we are learning about Africa, we could easily find just the museums or the collections in Africa. Let's start here with this 7 between Kenya and Tanzania. And then you could explore each of these collections filtered down by place they are in the world. Here's the National Museum of Kenya, the Kenya National Archives, etc. So thinking about where the museums are in the world could help you to kind of narrow down your search. I'm going to go back to the all, and I'm going to choose what is one of my favorite museums, the Met in New York City. So I'm already seeing an image at the top as its header. It's a famous image, an impressionist image. And if you'll see little Peg Man on the right-hand side, you're going to see him throughout these collections. And what Peg Man means in the Google Map world is the same thing he means here. We can drop in and get a 360-degree view of the museum. So this happens to be the room where the Egyptian tomb shrine is located, and it's almost as if I'm standing in this room. If you're a fan of movies, you'll recognize this room. This is where the gala and the heist happened in Ocean's 8. So once I visit this location, I can select another room to visit from the menu at the bottom. So I can easily look at other paintings that are currently hanging in the Met in New York City. Now I can easily share this collection with my students by using the link, where I can find the link icon, or I can click the share features and send it to Google Classroom. If I want to read more about the Met, there's a little bit of information, followed by 39 stories. So stories are going to be online exhibits that have been curated by the museum. They're on lots of different topics. Like here is an Indigenous Heritage Month Art Museum exhibit. This is Work Clothing by Charles Frederick Worth. We have Rodin's portraits but I have arrows that I can find other things. There's music. There's Christian Dior ball gowns. I especially love this one. This one's on Coco Chanel. And if you click on one of these online exhibits, this is a combination of text and images that tell whatever story they're trying to tell through this online exhibit. You again have the link that you can send to students or share in Google Classroom, as well as the favorite option. So if I click on the little heart, then that's like bookmarking it and I can come back and look at it later. In each of these online collections, you'll scroll through, find a combination of text, and you'll find images that help to tell the story. So they're going to talk about different designs that Coco Chanel created. And as we scroll through, we'll talk about the design, the construction, and then of course we will see the classic tweed Chanel suit. And as you scroll down, the text and the content continues to populate your screen. So we're going to backtrack and get out of that. So 39 stories are already curated that you could easily link into a lesson and share with your students. Now as I scroll down, I am able to find collections based on types. So metal, rock, clay, textile, ink. I can scroll down through the 201,000 individual images. Then I also have another option here for looking at those 360-degree experiences. So dropping Pegman into the museum like we saw at the beginning of this collection. And as I scroll down even more, I'm going to find the map where I can easily click into the map, use my Street View with Pegman, and I can stand on Fifth Avenue in New York and see the Met from the outside. So that was one museum's collection, and you have that experience multiplied lots of different times for each of the museum collections that exist in Google Arts and Culture.